ahead, Keri. Go ahead, Keri. Go ahead, Keri. Tell her like it is, boy. Ah.
All right, so our Keri's Conversations topic. You're tapping me again?
Before we start on the conversation, because you were saying we don't have much to talk about.
No, I was saying I don't have much to talk about.
Well, I was going to say, I don't know if you saw the meme I made last week of you. And I never, or 2 weeks ago.
What?
I made a meme, I posted it on the page, and I never really got your reaction to it.
Because I didn't see it.
You liked it.
Oh no.
A meme? You posted a meme?
Yeah, it was like you were wearing your Halloween mask, and it was like, nobody ever comes,
Oh,
no one
that
ever
was-
invites me.
I thought that was KeVaugh's meme.
That was
I'm-
a Paul original.
I made it. What do you...
What do I think? I think I'll probably never get invited to any event now. I mean, what happened so that our listeners and our guests can be up on everything? I am always pissed off because nobody invites me to any barbecues, nothing. I don't get invited to nothing. People always say, "Oh, we think that you're too busy because you're doing the radio." Like I'm too busy to eat chicken. I'm black. Barbecue, please. So I always complain. Every Labor Day I complain. Every Memorial Day. Nobody invites me. People act like they don't listen. So Paul, the engineer here of the show, decides to post a picture of me from our Halloween show with an ugly Halloween pumpkin mask and says, Keri complains about not getting invited to things while looking like this. So it's not like I look like that anytime other than Halloween, Paul.
No.
But now, not only am I not going to get invited to anything, my chances of dating are shot.
I don't know.
Maybe they think you're
you'd
like
be surprised.
maybe they just think you're like a silly, goofy kind of guy, you know?
Yeah, well, wrong answer. I don't. You got. What's with your generation constantly using the word goofy? Like, what the hell does that even mean? Goofy and geek were not good things when I was a kid.
Have you ever
They're
seen...
not.
You all
They're
have
not
turned
now.
like the weirdest things into like.
Well, have you ever seen an extremely goofy movie?
Oh
No.
That's a good goofy.
Is that
That's the
the
one good
title of
goofy.
a movie?
Yeah, it's a good
I'm
movie.
not.
It's
just-
about Goofy
okay, you
character.
know what? Just please, no, I haven't.
Goofy goes back to college.
It was hilarious.
It takes very little to entertain you, your generation. You know that, huh?
Wow.
Very little.
Wow.
Hey, listen, he was goofy, not
very
stupid.
little. Very little takes very little to capture your guys' attention, and even less to keep it.
Damn.
Yeah. Anyway, Paul, this is another one of your topics.
I'm killing it.
Well, we don't have any more that makes sense. Like, are you hamburgers and hot dogs? I'm not.
I'll
you're
I'll
gonna
send
have
you
to-
some more.
You're not. Yeah, please, because the ones that. Yeah. The Keri's Conversation topic today. What was the first concert that you attended? And I had to ask my mother because I wasn't sure, and she wasn't sure either. But Lord knows, I finally remember. We'll start with you, Andre. What was the first concert that you attended?
Well, you didn't give a specific age. You know what? The first concert I
What do you mean? The
attended-
first concert you attended,
about
whether
this?
you were 5 or 15?
I'll go with the first one I attended without my parents.
Okay.
Which would have, I'm gonna be honest, the first one I attended without like family or friends was the West Indian Carnival that they had in the Barclays Center when they first opened it with Marshall Montano.
Okay.
I think it was the president of Haiti's son, Michel Martelly. It was him.
Okay.
Patience turned out for that, and it was a lot. Mr. Vegas was there. Baby Sham, Dougie Fresh was, and who else? Chubb Rock were both there.
Okay. That sounds
They
like a
performed.
pretty dope lineup.
They're Bayesian, so yeah, they came out for that too.
Okay.
And I think Little Rick, I forgot, there was a whole lot of artists came for it. It was awesome.
That sounds like a first dope show. Paul, what was the first concert that you attended?
All right. I don't know. I'm like laughing to myself. I don't know if you guys are going to know who this is. But maybe you will, so maybe
might.
I'll be surprised.
Yeah.
But I was 13 years old. I was in 9th grade. And my dad took me, my sister, and a few of my friends to MSG to see Jack Johnson.
Jack Johnson. I
No,
don't
I'm
know.
not
Anyone
familiar.
heard of him? No.
No.
I didn't think so. He's like this surfer kind of dude.
Well, Mike, no.
And
Mike
And he
Hughes
makes like acoustic kind of mellow jams.
knows. Okay. And that was your first concert?
Yeah, it's very like white person music, so I didn't think you guys would have
Wow.
known it.
Yeah, one of my favorite artists is Genesis, and they're very white. So
No.
it has nothing to do with
No,
color.
But it was the first time I'd ever smelled weed either.
Oh,
Wow.
it was a good time.
Wow. With your parents? Well, yeah.
Well, they were smoking in the. I wasn't smoking, but
Of course not. Your parents were smoking?
no, my dad wasn't smoking.
Was your mother smoking?
No, she wasn't there. It was
Okay.
my sister,
Oh, okay.
me, and my dad, and a few friends.
Okay. KeVaughn, we're showing the generation gap here, right? Wait till you hear my answer. What was the first? Is she still alive? Is going to be the answer.
Oh,
You know.
Oh,
What was the first concert that you attended, KeVaughn?
Yeah, so
Drake?
No,
Good.
not Drake.
Good.
My cousin loves Drake though.
He's trash.
But the first concert that I attended, I went to a TLC Nelly Flow
Hey,
Rida concert.
man. Well, wait a minute. TLC, Ye, Nelly, and Flo Rida? Like, what
Yeah,
the hell
it
was that?
That was the lineup. It was TLC,
That's a bad
Nelly,
lineup.
and Flow Rida, and I went with a couple of my friends just because we thought it was a crazy lineup. Like this
Yeah.
would be fun.
Dude, Flow
But,
Rida's got
I don't know. They
hits.
played a lot of just 2000s
What?
bangers.
He's trash. Flo Rida is like. Anyway, I'm not.
We missed the first part of Flow Rida.
Amen.
Damn.
Yes. Did you? Well, let me say this from somebody who used to work with T-Bob's Left Eye and Chili. Did you enjoy the TLC segment? I don't even care about Nelly. Please, he's from St. Louis.
The
He's an
TLC
idiot.
segment was really cool.
Okay.
The whole crowd was rocking with no scrubs.
Even without Leftover, you can't make the comparison. Yeah, but yeah.
But
Okay.
Nelly played some stuff that he hadn't released yet, so that was kind of cool.
Joy. So was that before his OnlyFans came out?
It was, yeah.
Oh.
I don't know when it came out.
Because never mind, don't go there, Keri. I was gonna say he might have had big hits, but from what I heard, that was where the bigness ends. I'm just
Why
saying.
does it always go there with
I'm
you?
just
Yeah,
saying.
just not
That's
right.
what I heard. Okay. That's hey. Anyway, what was the first concert that I attended? Does anybody want to take a guess? Well, come on. You got to speak up, Gordon. They can't hear you. Come on, because they can't hear you. No, of course not. Janet Jackson. That would mean the first concert I went to was in 1990. I was born in 72. No, that's not. Anybody else with a microphone? You guys? No? Okay. Well, we couldn't figure it out, my mom and I. My mom is in town, and I asked her. I know her memory sucks, though she wouldn't admit to that. We couldn't decide whether it was Prince or Diana Ross.
Okay.
And it was Diana Ross. And I know we're running low on time, but I have to tell you this story. So the thing about the Prince concert, my mother took me when she shouldn't have. She took me to the 1999 tour. The 1999 tour did not take place in 1999. And if anybody knows about the music that was played during Prince's 1999 tour, like songs like Head, so I was about 5 or 6
Not child friendly.
in Houston, and my mother said today, "Oh, I was so disgusted when I took you to that concert and he had his butt out." And I'm thinking, like, Mom, this is before Purple Rain. What the hell did you think he was gonna do? Like gospel? So I mean, I remember that. I remember the ass, and I remember going to the Prince concert. My mother was like, "I don't think I took you." I was like, "Mom, I remember you taking me to Prince's concert, and I don't remember the music, but I remember an ass on the stage." Oh yeah, that's right. I was so pissed. Well, yeah,
Not
it
the
was
Wiggles.
Prince. Okay. Actually, my first concert was the Diana Ross concert. I was a huge Diana Ross fan at 4.
Wow.
My mother took me to see Diana Ross in Boston. And apparently, much like the Jaws fiasco, I embarrassed myself by clapping and yelling and yay, I love Diana. And I guess my mother had front row seats. And so Diana Ross stopped in the middle of her song, whatever she was singing, and said something to the effect of, "Hey, little boy, come on stage with me."
Oh.
And I lost it. Not in the good way. I was like, hell no, lady.
Ooh.
Stay there, keep singing. You're embarrassing me. I don't know verbatim what I think I was for. But long story short, she begged and begged and begged for me to come on stage. If you know anything about artists when they're performing, there's a certain time that's allocated to things like that. And she's like, "Come on." And I'm like, "No."
All right, you're not having it.
And no. And then funny thing is, she picked another kid, brought him on stage, put him on a stool and sang to him, and I was pissed and cried. Like, how dare you sing to him? My mother's like, "Yeah, she spent about 3 minutes asking you to get on stage, and you did." Of course, my mother was pissed. Like, "Get on the stage, get on." You know. And now Diana's in her 80s, and I wouldn't want to get on stage with her. Sorry. Well, I mean, what am I do? Sit on her lap now? Like,
Yeah, that'd be a show.
That would, yeah, it'd be a show. Indeed.
Carrots on a wheel, show you just what you were made